There are moments in life when the weight feels unbearable, days when the mirror reflects not just the exhaustion on our face, but the cracks in our soul. These are the moments when we feel broken, when dreams are crushed, losses are irreparable, and the pain seems to shout louder than any word of hope. But let me tell you a powerful truth. It is in breaking that life begins to shape your strength. Imagine a seed buried in the ground. For it to grow, it needs to be broken. The shell cracks, and what seemed to be the end is, in fact, the beginning. This is how we are. The circumstances that break us are the same ones that prepare us to blossom. Do you remember stories like Thomas Edison, who failed over 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb? Or Nelson Mandela, who spent 27 years in a cramped cell before becoming a global symbol of freedom? They could have given up. They could have accepted defeat as a final point. But they made pain a paragraph more in their story. Pain is inevitable, but defeat is optional. When life breaks you, ask yourself, what will I do with these pieces? You can mourn or begin to build something new. Because despite what the world may say, shards can form stained glass. They can turn pain into beauty, wounds into wisdom, and suffering into purpose. Remember, storms don't last forever. The sky may be dark now, but at some point, the light will break through the clouds. Don't give up on fighting. Get up one day at a time, one step at a time. If you're feeling broken today, know that you are not alone. There are millions of hearts who have already gone through this pain and survived to tell their stories. What defines these people is not the absence of challenges, but the strength to keep going. Life is not about what happens to you. It's about how you choose to respond. Have you ever felt like you're carrying the weight of a world that doesn't understand your pain? The truth is, we all face moments where we are broken in many ways. Emotionally, financially, spiritually, and even physically. It's in these moments that we ask, why? Why did this happen to me? Why me? But let me tell you something. The answers are not in the why, but in the how. How will you rise? How will you turn this pain into learning? How will you rise above? The first thing we need to accept is that feeling pain is not weakness. Crying, shouting, feeling lost. All of this is part of the process. Ignoring or trying to avoid pain only prolongs the suffering. Allow yourself to feel, but don't let the feeling become your permanent home. Great warriors are not those who have never been hurt, but those who wear their scars as badges of honor. Every scar you carry tells a story of resilience. When life throws us to the ground, it feels like it's over. But the bottom of the pit has something powerful. The only direction possible is up. It is down there, when we are alone with our thoughts and pain, that we discover the essence of who we are. Think about the times when you faced something you thought was impossible. It could have been a challenge in childhood, a heartbreak, or a problem at work. You survived, didn't you? So why do you think this time will be different? Every fall is an opportunity to rebuild. This time, however, you can do it with more wisdom. There are people who lost everything and rose from the ashes. Oprah Winfrey, for example, endured abuse and was rejected at the beginning of her career, but transformed her pain into inspiration. Viktor Frankl, a psychiatrist who survived the Holocaust, wrote about how to find meaning even in the most extreme situations. These stories show that no matter how broken you are, there's always a way to turn what you've lost into something greater. Ask yourself, what can this situation teach me? Perhaps it's patience, resilience, empathy, or the courage to start over. Don't try to fix everything at once. Haste is the enemy of healing. If your life were a broken vase, imagine yourself carefully putting the pieces together. Some days, you can glue several fragments. Other days, you might only be able to hold one piece in your hand. And that's okay. Japanese culture has something called kintsugi, the art of repairing broken ceramics with gold. Instead of hiding the cracks, they are highlighted, making the object even more beautiful. Your life can be like that. The scars you carry may be the most valuable marks of your journey. When everything seems to fall apart, it's essential to seek support. Maybe it's a close friend, a family member, or even a therapist. Don't be ashamed to ask for help. Even the strongest need a shoulder to lean on. Also, surround yourself with things that bring you hope. Books, music, moments in nature, or even the simple habit of writing your thoughts. Small acts of love for yourself have the power to brighten the darkest days. Human strength is extraordinary. Have you noticed how, even after devastating storms, trees bloom again? We are like that. We are made to endure more than we imagine, and to reinvent ourselves when everything seems lost. So, when life breaks you into pieces, remember, every piece is an opportunity to build something new. It won't be easy. There will be days when you'll want to give up, but resist, because ahead you will see that it was worth it. Life broke you, but it also gave you a chance to show the world and yourself that no matter what happens, you will always find a way to shine again. So, when life breaks you, look inside and find the strength you never knew you had, because it is in the cracks that the light enters. And it is in this light that you will discover that you can be reborn stronger, wiser, and more resilient than you ever imagined. You are not the pain you felt. You are the strength it revealed.